Welcome to Data Science Lovers. This is our 18th video of the course. In this video, we will cover the topic of def function. Def function in Python. A function is created with a function name followed by some information in the parenthesis. In Python, there are two types of function. First one is built-in function like print function, len function that are predefined in the Python. And the second one is user-defined function. User-defined function are those that a user define for its own use. Def function is used to create our own functions. In addition to predefined functions or built-in functions like print function, len function, we can define our own function also using the def statement, which we will see in this video. A function can be defined with 0 arguments or 1 or more arguments in it. Now the syntax to define a function using def statement is this. We have to write def and then we have to write the function name, and after that in the parenthesis we have to pass the arguments. What are these arguments we will see in this video, and after writing this there is a colon which is mandatory, and in the next line there is the body of the function. This is the syntax to define a function using def statement. We will see this with few examples. Like our first example is defining a function with 0 argument. So to define a function as per the syntax, we have to write def and then we have to write the function name. My function is the function name that I have chosen, and after the function name I have to write the parenthesis. Since I am defining a function with 0 arguments, so I am not writing any argument or any parameter in this parenthesis. After parenthesis we have to write the colon and I will press enter. Now as you can see, this will intend to this part of the function. Now here I have to write the body of the function. The body of the function is print this is my first function. So this is the simple function with 0 argument. If I run this, then you can see that the syntax has been successfully run. Here we have defined the function and here is the body of the function, as you can see. Now to call a function I have to write my function name only. My function name is here my function, so I will write my function and I have to write these parentheses also to call my function. Now if I run this, then you can see that the body of the function is in the output. In the body we have write this is my first function. So whenever we will call this function, it will always print this is my first function. If I call this function again, then it will print the same statement that we have written here. Now if I want to change this statement and if I write this is my second function and run this, and when I call this function which is named my function, then it will now show this statement, this is my second function. If I run this again, then it will again show the statement that is given in the body of the function. So this is how we define a function. We have to write def, then we have to give the function name, and then we have to give the parenthesis. If we see one more example, then in this example we will define a function with 1 argument. So as per the syntax we have to write def and we have to write our function name. My function name is new here. This is my function name. After function name I have to write parenthesis. In the parenthesis we pass argument. So I am defining a function here with one argument. So I will pass a here. This is my argument. After the argument we have to write colon, and pressing enter it will take us to next line where we have to write the body of the function. If I write here print a, then it will print whatever value will be given to the a. The body of the function means result of the function that we want with it. So if I run this, the command has been successfully executed. Now if I call this new function, I have to write new here, my function name, and in the parenthesis I have to pass the argument. If I pass Python, this is a string argument. We are calling the function with one string argument in it. Now if I type this and if I run this, then you can see that the output is given with the string Python, because by the definition of the function we are printing the value whatever given to the a. We have given Python as a string to the a here, so it is printing Python. Now if we call the function with one integer argument in it, then we will write our function name, which is new, and in place of Python I will pass an integer value of 39, and if I run this, then it will print the 39. Means whatever will be given to the a, it will return it in the output. Now if I call the function with float argument in it, then I have to write my function name and I can give any float value in it, and the output will be the float value now. So this is how we can define a function with one argument, which is a here, and we can call it as per the requirement in the programming. If we see one more example, here we will define a function. The name of the function here will be div, and it will divide two numbers. So to do this, as per the syntax, we have to write def, then our function name is div here, and in the parenthesis we will pass our arguments. Here our arguments will be two, a comma b. These are our arguments. After pressing enter, it will take us to the next line. In the next line we will write the body of the function, means what we want with the function to do. We will divide two numbers, so in the body we will write a divided by 2. This is the body of the function, and in the next line we will return the value of d. Means after dividing a by b, the result will be saved in the d, and in the last we will print this d. Return here means print. You can say print the final output of the function. If I run this, the function has been successfully executed or successfully defined. These are the statements. For your better understanding, I am writing in the front of each syntax so that you can understand it better. What we have done here, we have defined a function with two arguments. These two arguments are separated by comma. In the next line we have written the body of the function. This is the body of the function. It contains only one line here, and in the last line we are returning the result of the functions. So to return the result we have to pass the return statement. Now if I call this div function, then I will pass two arguments in it. So to call a function I have to write my function name, and in the parenthesis I have to pass the arguments. I have to pass the value for a and b. If I pass 12 for a and if I pass 4 for b, this is the calling the function with two arguments in it. If I run this, then you can see that the result is 3.0. Means 12 is given to A and 4 is given to B, and 12 is divided by 4 and the output is saved in D, and in the last we have written or print the value of D. So this is how this function is working. Now if we see one more example, to define a function named mult, M-U-L-T, and it will multiply three numbers. Three numbers will be passed by the users. So to define a function we have to write def and the function name is mult here, and here we have to pass three arguments. So in the parenthesis we will give three arguments a, b, c. You can say a, b, c are the variables here which will store the values in the function. Then we have to write the colon, which is mandatory, and pressing enter it will take us to the next line. Here we have to write the body of the function. The body of the function here will be m equal to a multiply by b multiply by c. So it will multiply the three numbers that we will pass, and it will return the result. The result is stored in this variable m, so it will return m variable as a result. If I run this, the function has been successfully defined. I am writing these statements in front of this for your better understanding. So this is how we can define a function with three arguments. Now to call this function, we have to write our function name. My function name is mult here, and in the parenthesis we have to pass our three arguments. If I pass 5, 4, 2 and run this, then it will show the multiplication of these three numbers. 5 into 4 20, into 2 40. So as you can see, 5 is given to A, 4 is given to B, and 2 is given to C, and these three numbers are multiplied and saved in a variable m, and the value of m is returned as the final output of the function. So this is how we can define a function with three arguments in it. Now we can also define a function with four arguments. The function name here will be add here, which will add the four numbers. So again, to define a function we have to write def, and the function name here is add, and here we have to pass four arguments. So we will give four variable names as the arguments: a, b, c, d, and the colon sign, which is mandatory. After pressing enter, it will take us to next line where we will write the body of the function. In the body we have to add these four numbers, and in the next line we will return the result. So this is how we can create a function with four arguments in it. Here in the first line, the function is defined with its name add, and we have given four arguments in it, a, b, c, d. In the next line we have written the body of the function, and in the last line we have returned or print the result of the function. Now to call this function we have to write the function name add, and in the parenthesis we have to pass four arguments here. If I pass first argument as 4, 5, 7, 9, if I run this, then it will show the addition of these four numbers, which is 25. You have to notice one thing here. If we define a function with four variables, and if we pass only three variables here, then it will throw an error like this. Means it is saying one argument is missing, which is D. So we have to write all the arguments 1, 2, 3, 4. Same is the case with all the above functions. Here we have to pass the all three arguments, and in the above function we have to pass the two arguments. If I pass one argument only here, then it will throw an error. Next is defining a function that will double the value that we pass. Double the value means it will multiply the value by 2. So to define a function like this is very simple. We have to write def. I am naming the function as double here. This is my function name, double. After function name we have to write parenthesis, and in the parenthesis I will take only one argument because it is asking that double the value that we pass, means we will pass only one value here. So I am taking one argument A. We can take any argument like Q, like P, anything here. After colon, in the next line we will pass the return P multiplied by 2. If I run this, the double function has been defined. If I call this function and pass an argument 4 here, then it will multiply 4 by 2. Again, if I pass this number, then it will multiply it by 2 also. If you see here that after colon, in the second line we have passed the return statement directly without writing the body of the function. We can define this function in one more way also. How? If I write this and if I write s here, which is variable, and s will store this value p multiplied by 2. Now I can return s here. So if I pass 45 here, then it will multiply it by 2. So we can define this function like this also, or like this. The result of the function will be the same. You will learn this by practicing it by yourself. Next is define a function that will square the value that we pass. So we will write def, we will write the square as the function name. We can write any function name here. I am choosing square here. Then we will pass an argument which will be stored in z, and after this it will return this square. Square means multiplying the value with its same value. So this is how we will define this function, def square z and return z into z. Now if I call this function and write 5 here, then it will show the result 25, means 5 into 5, 25. Again if I call like 90 here, then it will show the result 8100, 90 into 90. So this is how we can define a simple function to give the square of the value in the output. Next is define a function to return the greater value from the two values. In this case we will pass two values in the function, and the function will return the greater value from the two. The function name I am choosing here is great, and in the parenthesis we have to write two arguments a and b because we will give two input to the function. Here we will use the if else statement. If I write if a is greater than b, then it will return a, else it will return b. So we will pass two arguments, two values a and b here, and in the body we have write if else statement. If first value is greater than b, then return the a which is first value, else return b. Means if b is greater than a, then return the second value which is b. So this is how we can define this simple function. If I run this, the function has been successfully defined. To call this function, I have to write my function name, and in the bracket I have to pass the value. If I write 154 and 189, then what will be the output? The output is 189 because b is greater than a. So it is returning the value of b. If I call this function again, write 45 and 34, then it will, we have to write the right function name. Then now it will return the value of a which is 45. Means a is greater than b, so it is returning the a. So this is how we can define our own functions with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 or more arguments in it, and we can use this defined function in the programming. We will learn more advanced features of defining function in our another playlist of the course. Here is the exercise for you. You have to define a function that will return the smallest value from the three values. So you can write your answer or you can write your syntax in the comment box below. Friends, if you like the videos of our course, then please subscribe to our channel and also share the playlist of this course with your friends who want to learn data analysis with Python.